Hi, I'm Toi Juan, and today I will teach you some FarmVille basics. Okay, so now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the full screen so that you can see all the dashboard. So I'll click here. It takes me to full screen. You have the same things here, but it's just in full screen. So I'll start to the left, and I'll just point here, and it's toggle our graphics quality. This gives us a different type of quality for our graphics. The sounds turn things on and off. They will have different sounds for some of your animals that you acquire. This will actually have music that will constantly go, so some people turn this on and off. Different things will pop up here, and they sometimes will allow you to give gifts to friends or do different things that the game is asking you to do. So these two things will probably change every time you log on. In here is your coin count. Right now we have 298 coins. We want to get as many coins as we can so that we can buy things, and we'll talk about that later. And this is how you add coins and cash. This will actually open up another dialog. We're not going to do that now, but it will open up another dialog where you can actually use real money to purchase the coins and the cash. Next, we have our FarmVille dollars. I have to tell you that these are pretty hard to come by. They are very scarce, so you want to be very careful when you're using these. But you can accumulate the coins along with the FarmVille cash. We have 5 FarmVille dollars right now. This middle dashboard item tells me how many experience points. We'll call them XP, experience points. Right now I have 0 because it's a brand new game. As soon as I start to do things, you'll see that this number will start to go up. It's telling you now that you have to have 15 experience points to go to level 2. We're at level 1. You're always going to know your level by looking right here. So as you go up your levels, this number will increase. And it will always tell you what next level what's the amount of experience points that you will have to gain to get to the next level. As you add more experience points, you'll see that this will start to paint white from left to right. And when you get all the way to the end here, you will probably be ready to go to your next level. Over here is just more on the right. There's just more information about the game. This one tells me the comments that were left for me by friends, and I can look at activity as well. You'll notice that this indicates my lot, this little sort of diamond shape. But you'll notice that on the outside of it, it says vacant lot, ask friends for neighbors. Well, if you look down at the bottom here, you'll notice that I don't have any neighbors yet. I have to go at some point and ask some of my Facebook friends to be my neighbors. As they say yes, I will then accumulate neighbors, and they will be placed on the outside of my farm. You can have many neighbors. Just because you see 4 here doesn't mean that's your limit. And they will be lined up here. Okay, as I move into this bottom portion of the dashboard, if I just hold my cursor over one of the items, you'll see that I get actually some other things that can happen. So this is a multi-tool. This tool will allow me to point to different things. This will allow me to just move some of the items. I click and I'll move. This one will allow me to plow. We have just a few plots that it's given us, but at some point we're going to plow more. This also allows me to recycle. Recycle basically means delete. This keeps track of all the things that I've accomplished. It's called the ribbons. So as I do more, if I accumulate things, if I reach new levels, if I plant so much and things like that, the ribbons start to accumulate. This is my market button. This is where I buy things. I'll buy new seeds for it to plant. I'll buy new equipment, new buildings, and so forth. There's also a gift giving and receiving mechanism, and this is where all of my gifts will go in here. There's a limit of 50. We have none yet because we don't have neighbors and we have not received any gifts yet. On the top portion, I can zoom in and zoom out on my farm. So zoom in will allow me to make my farm bigger and closer. I can see the things closer. As I zoom out, it'll get smaller. This will allow me to toggle the screen. This is how we got to our full screen that we have now. If I want to, I could go back into a screen where it's smaller and you see the full internet screen. And this will allow me to take a picture. So at any point in time, I can actually take a picture of my farm and post it. One last thing I want to show you is once I have neighbors down here, I can use these buttons to move along and move them along and move to different panels and find the different neighbors. What you will see later on is I will be able to actually click one of the neighbors and give them gifts or just go to their farm. This is how you navigate the FarmVille dashboard. So if you want to know more about FarmVille, click on any of the links above.